What's up, YouTube? Team Movies here with the new documentary, Friedkin Uncut, out now. Since the film is about prolific director William Friedkin, I decided to go ahead and do my top 10, not top 10, top 5, I should say, top 5 William Friedkin movies. Now, I never really seen all of his films, but I have seen a good chunk of his movies. You know, he's made some really good classics. You know, he's a really talented filmmaker. And I kind of want to see Friedkin uncut because I think the guy he's made some really high profile stuff, and the guy made some really good classics, and so with that being said, here is my top 5 favorite William Friedkin movies. All right, coming in at number 5 is going to be a film called Bug. Now, in Bug, it stars Ashley Judd and Michael Shannon, as well as Harry Connick Jr. And it takes place at a rundown motel, and it's about and Ashley Judd plays this woman named Angus who ends up beginning a relationship with a newcomer named Pete, played by Michael Shannon. And he has like very strange charisma and all, and like one that offers like fearful and unstable Angus a flicker of hope and all. But he ends up becoming but he ends up being affected by with a bug that and that like he has like tiny insects crawling under his skin and all, and ends up pretty much it ends up enveloping and all, and also the bug also ends up affecting her as well. Bug is a crazy film. I mean, it is based on a play. That's right, it's based on a play by Tracy Letts. And Bug it's one creepy film. I mean, the way the bugs come out from them is just insane. Harry Connick Jr. I thought was pretty cool in this. It was awkward seeing him in a horror film like this. I thought that was kind of an odd casting. But also Ashley Judd and Michael Shannon was great in this. I mean, it was Friedkin is no stranger to the horror genre. I'm gonna get you that later on. But yeah, Bug is. I really quite enjoyed Bug. It's a really underrated little gem. It's creepy, it's intense. I mean, this is seriously those really intense horror films you could probably just only watch once, and that's it. Like, there's some really intensity to this film, and yeah, if you guys haven't seen Bug yet, give that one a go. It's a really nice one. Alright, coming in at number 4 is going to be the film Cruisin. Now, Cruisin stars Al Pacino as this detective named Steve Burns, who was ordered to don a layer attire and hang out at the city's S&M joints to keep an eye out for the killer who's killing mainly people in the New York gay clubs and slaying and pretty much killing gay folks. And so Al Pacino's character, Steve Burns, is on the hunt for the killer and all. And he ends up getting to identify a few other people who might be the prime suspects. You also had Karen Allen from Indiana Jones fame was in this. I mean, Cruisin is a really interesting film. I mean, Al Pacino, he's Al Pacino. What more can you ask for? Who doesn't love Al Pacino? Al Pacino is great in this. Friedkin directed Al Pacino pretty good in this. It's a really nice mystery crime film. The twist at the end, who ended up being the killer. I'm not going to spoil it because I'm still not sure who haven't really seen Cruisin yet. Because Cruisin is not really that well of a known a film. Like, when you think of Al Pacino, you don't really think of Cruisin. You'll think of maybe Scarface or somewhere in that line. But Cruisin, I think, is probably one of his most... Cruisin is probably one of his most underrated gems. I mean, it's a really interesting one. It's a great crime story. Al Pacino as a detective is really great. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen Cruising yet, go check it out. It's a really decent one. All right, now coming in at number 3 is going to Killer Joe. Let me just say one thing: if you watch Killer Joe, you're not going to look at a chicken drumstick the same way. I'm not going into any details or anything, but if you guys have seen Killer Joe, you know the drumstick scene I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a film, like I said, if you watch this film, you're never going to want to eat another drumstick the same way, or even look at a drumstick the same way. It's a really intense moment with a drumstick. And like Bug, this movie is also based on a play by Tracy Letts. And Emil Hirsch stars as this 22-year-old drug dealer who has like a stash of drugs stolen from him by his mother-in-law, and he has to like come up with $6,000 quick, or else he's a dead man-in-law. And his father is played by Thomas Hayden Church, and Chris, of course, played by Hirsch. Lays out a plan, and so like he ends up hiring this detective named Killer Joe Cooper, played by Matthew McConaughey, who's pretty much a hitman with also manners of a stubborn gentleman and all. And in order for him to get the job, he wants pretty much the guy is Chris is trying to pimp out his sister to the detective in order for a detective to do what he wants it on. And down the line, there are also some really crazy moments in this. You have, like I said, you have the great Thomas Hayden Church. Gina Gershon was in this. Juno Temple played the young sister here. I really quite like Killer Joe. It's a really there's crazy, intense moments in this. I think it's probably one of Matthew McConaughey's best performances in years. I thought Matthew McConaughey was great in this. Not really the Matthew McConaughey you're used to seeing now. And Thomas Hayden Church, he's Thomas Hayden Church. Who does love that guy? He's a great actor. You also had, like I said, you had Gina Gershon was great in this. Like I said, there's a drumstick scene in this. There's a scene with a chicken drumstick, which is really crazy and really intense and all. And yeah, if you guys haven't seen Killer Joe yet, do yourself a favor, go check out Killer Joe. It's a really good one. Alright. My number 2 favorite is going to The French Connection. The 70s film that is based on a book starring the great Gene Hackman, Roy Schneider, and of course it's a gritty, fast-paced police drama. Now, of course, it did earn 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Uh, it earned Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Actor for Gene Hackman. And in it, Gene Hackman plays this detective named Jimmy Pai Doyle, who teams up with this partner named, played by Roy Schneider, who plays the character Buddy Russo. And they are New York City police detectives on a in this, they play New York detectives who are on a narcotics details and trying to track down the source of heroin from Europe into the United States. And Sueve Alan Charner, played by Fernando Ray, is the French drug kingpin, who pretty much provides the large percentage of New York City's dope. And you got Marcel Bozafili, who plays the character named Paris Nicoli, who's pretty much a hired killer, and he's also Charnier's right hand man and all. I mean, The French Connection, it's a classic. It's one of Gene Hackman's finest works. Roy Schneider from Jaws fame. Everyone always goes to, so many people goes to Jaws as their favorite Roy Schneider role. But I really quite liked him a lot in the French Connection. He was great in this. You know, like I said, the aforementioned Gene Hackman was great. It's it's a really great it's a great crime film, a great crime thriller. One of the finest movies of the 1970s. I mean, if you guys never seen The French Connection yet, do yourself a favor, go check it out. It's a classic. All right, now the best William Friedkin movie of all time arguably goes to The Exorcist. I mean, obviously, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, anyway, my number one pick is, of course, The Exorcist. It's really the movie. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, yeah, The Exorcist is a '70s horror classic. You got Max von Sydow as the priest in this. You've got Ellen Burstyn. You've got Linda Blair as the creepy girl. Of course, as the creepy young girl, Reagan. Yeah, Reagan. Who, I mean, she's the creepiest film child you ever want to encounter. I mean, you've got like a green throw up is in this. The head spinning is just like, whoever remember The Exorcist and the head spinning around. That's a pretty intense moment right there. And yeah, The Exorcist is definitely a really great horror film. It's really iconic. It's a horror masterpiece. It is based on a classic book. Linda Blair was like one of the youngest actresses to get an Oscar nomination, which I think she probably could have won her award, because I thought she was actually good in that, like that good. She was pretty young when she did the film. Like, I believe she was only 12 or 13 at the time. But yeah, it's really intense. I mean, Reagan goes from a sweet, innocent girl to this demon, demon psychopath. How insane that is. And yeah, it's a really great one. It's definitely, like I said, Williams' best work. You know, uh, Linda Blair was great in this. Max von Sydow, Ellen Burstyn was terrific. Oh, wait, I also screwed up. Max von Sydow didn't play the priest. He played the exorcism expert. Jason Miller was the one who played the priest. So kind of screwed that one up a little. But anyway, yeah, The Exorcist it's a classic. Like, if you guys never had a chance to check out The Exorcist, if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have some of the horror we have today. So yeah, definitely go give The Exorcist a go. It's a great one. All right, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick one now. Number 5, Bug. 9, Cruisin. 8, Killer Joe. 5, Bug. 4, Cruisin. 3, Killer Joe. 2, The French Connection. 1, The Exorcist. Sorry, I kind of screwed up the first half. But he has done a few other films as well. Let me pull up his credit list. All right. Friedkin's other film, To Live and Die in L.A. Show that one. That's a really good one. Let's see. The Haunted, Blue Chips, the Nick Nolte and Shaquille O'Neal classic. A film called Rampage, not to be confused with the one with The Rock or the Uwe Boll film. The Brinks Job, Sorcerer, The Boys in the Band, Good Times, not to be confused with the TV show. The Birthday Party, Deal of the Century, Rules of Engagement. Yeah, William Friedkin is the guy's the man. You know, he's made some really good, high profile stuff. So anyway, let me leave to you guys. What are some of your favorite William Friedkin movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This series, Movies, signing off.